Hello everybody and welcome back to Survive With Me. Last episode we got this mining ship built. This episode we're going to actually get it constructed in the world. So I've brought some parts up with the Rincodon, made this little projector stand which is basically the same as what we did on Earth. And I'm not going to show you this because I don't want to keep repeating myself with this series. But I'm basically just going to get this thing built and welded up. Now there are a couple of different ways you can do this. I'm going to probably just ferry components back and forth because it's not going to take me too long and I'm not really doing anything anyway. But you could build it on Earth and you could actually fly this thing into space itself. The only issue is you're not going to have the Rincodon with you, which can be a bit annoying. So you could actually fly it into space and use the welder wall we created to build it. Or you can do what I'm doing and actually just create it up here in space. From there you can either use this to fabricate components or you can ferry components up from the ground base. So I'm going to go get this welded up and then I shall be back. Alright, so the ship is finished apart from that top piston part there, which I'll just add on. One thing I noticed is we could probably do with actually putting a projector on the ship itself as well. That's just in case the ship gets damaged. We can repair it. So I'm going to put a projector down here. I should have put this on the original one, but I didn't for some reason. But it's not too hard to set up. So jump in the cockpit, grab the projector. Blueprints. Keep projection, show only buildable. Turn off for now. And then you just want to push it inside the ship so it lines up perfectly like that. There we go. Looks like I'm missing a few things here. Okay, so we've got the batteries, the hydrogen tanks, that's the main thing. Thrusters on, off. I don't know what I don't know what we're missing there actually. We need a switch lock for the connector. We need a view for the camera, and we can do a spotlight on off as well, why not? Now we built this thing with an O2H2 generator, which is a very useful feature, so we're going to have to go and get some ice initially. We just take the Rincodon just to fill this thing up. Just need to take all the components out of this first. I'm going to transfer all the components into the base really quick. And then yeah, go get some ice just to get this thing filled up initially. Ah, it's in the cockpit, right. Yeah, I absolutely brimmed this thing. If there's anything in particular you guys need to see, by the way, in terms of help or like a guide with, please do let me know in the comment section. I can't remember if we built on an asteroid with ice. I think this one had iron. Yeah, this one had iron, right, okay. Ice is somewhere else. So we've got those two, okay. So for this, we're literally just going to hand mine. You could dock these together, which in fact I might do instead. Just need to grab that. And we could take this with us. And use the drills on the ship and the storage on the ship to harvest a lot more ice than the Rincodon can carry. Just be careful not to press P. So let's go and scoop some ice up real quick. Once we've got this mining ship up and running, I mean, we can pretty much do whatever we want from there. You've got full production facilities in place. First things first, you want to fill up the hydrogen tanks on the base, so you can cycle the engines when you need power, and you can also refuel all of your ships, like the shuttle, to get back and forth from the planet. You pretty much, you're quite well set up then to just start building out the living quarters for that base. It gives you a solid platform to build off of. And I have to say, it's a decent looking mining ship. That came out alright. I think I did miss a few blocks on the bottom though, which I just need to do. Let's see where this ice is. It's around this way here. So it's fairly simple. All we need to do is push this thing up against the ice, press the mine button when we get in the ship, and the thrusters will fire up because we've got an O2H2 generator on the mining ship. If you've not got that, you're going to have to dock it up using the shuttle's clamp as a bit of a tug to the base, and then fill up the hydrogen tanks on the base first. But this is why I recommend always putting an O2H2 generator on a mining ship if you can. If it's supposed to be like first boots on the ground mining ship, I would always do that. I'm going to detach the Rincodon. Pop it here. What you can actually do is look at it, press Control H. Mine does that for some reason. But that's going to auto lock the dampeners to this vessel. So if you point at a ship, hold Control, press H, it will lock you on. No, it's not H actually. I think it'd be Control Z by default. I use H for my left-handed controls. That's why that weird graph comes up. But yeah, we can start mining some proper ice now. Just check the inventory of this thing. Yeah, large cargo container is nearly full, but we've got, I mean, look at that. We've got 42k ice in there, which is a lot. And then if we look at the hydrogen tank, you can see it's being filled up by the O2H2 generator. You see how the Rincodon is mirroring us now. Or I should say it's following us. I'm just going to park here for a bit though. I'm just going to let the hydrogen tanks get filled up a little bit more, and then just do some more mining. Just basically cycle that until we've got a decent amount of fuel in this thing. So yeah, I'll be back shortly. Just to show you guys what I'm doing here, I've removed one of the small cargo containers up top, and I'm going to put a small cargo container here, or maybe just here instead. And this is basically just going to act as a ice storage box. So I've docked back with the base because I'm using these O2H2 generators to help us fill up the ship faster, because the one on the ship works jolly well, but it takes a long time. You can also see the ship docked here on the landing pad, so it's a bit larger than most of my ships, but it still fits quite nicely, which is good. So I'm just waiting for these to be filled up. But now what I'm going to do is I've set the hydrogen tanks to stockpile. I'm going to just basically unload the ice. Find the small cargo container. And I'm just going to unload the ice straight into there, like that. Turn stockpile off. disconnect. We've got 32% hydrogen, which is perfectly fine for a quick mining run. As you can see, now the ship is empty. And I'm going to just fly back and forth, fill up that small cargo container with ice, because as mentioned, we're using it to power the base. We're also using it to fly the ships. So hydrogen and ice is a big part of what we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to make a few trips here, filling up the station with ice. Alright, now we've got the mining ship up here. It's pretty much fully refueled. We can now begin to start mining ores, exploring more asteroids, mapping more asteroids, and fabricating our little base over here. So what we're going to do next is basically just use this mining ship to gather resources and get this whole area built up just like we did with the base on Earth. I'm just going to make a few changes to this because I have issues. Just going to round these corners off a little bit here. So all we really need on here, we've got full production facilities already, which is good. But what we're going to want to make at some point is a ship with a jump drive. Jump drives allow us to jump, which is a bit like warping or teleporting or FTL travel, whatever you want to call it. Thousands of kilometers at a time, allowing you to quickly reach planets like the Moon, which I don't know if we can see the Moon. I think it's on the other side of Earth. Triton, which I think that's Triton over there. You've got Mars, alien planet, basically a load of different planets, and start to explore the system as well and start colonizing the system. Only available on large grids, so we're going to have like a dry dock here where we can build a large grid ship that can jump around the system to set up a base wherever we so wish. But for now, you've got the mining ship. You can go mine ice, mine ores, and construct your little habitat. So next episode, what we're going to do is get a little hab set up here, and also in between then I'm going to go map some more asteroids, see if I can find anything useful. What would be really useful is some uranium right now, so we can get reactors, and platinum as well, so we can use ion thrusters. If you can find those two ores, you're going to be pretty much set. They are historically difficult to find, but I'll just spend some time on it with this little guy over here and see what I can do. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe to support the channel, and as always, take care everybody.